There is some cool stuff and scenery around Port Rowan here, but we're running short on time now. We're almost 5 o'clock. We still got to hit Port Dover before we head to Simcoe, so I think we got to keep moving on. Just not enough time to stop and look at everything. Not enough time, unless you want to schedule like 100 kilometers a day. It's just too much to see in one trip. Too much stuff. Mostly like marinas and cool little areas, a lot of them have. But it's like each port has its own little cool little marina area. Some have a little more built up touristy stuff than others. But it's all very cool. But yeah, you just can't see everything. It's just too much. So I'm just going to continue on, and we're skipping Port Royal because it didn't come up on the GPS anyway. And we're heading on to Port Dover, which is probably the most famous port of all the ports for the motorcyclists. We might stop there, just have a little look around, and then we are going to head on to Simcoe and settle down for the night. Well, just an update, but once I passed Port Burwell going east, I found this really, it's a really nice road with the occasional nice overlook of the water or the marshes. There's the occasional place you can even stop and look at them. It's very nice riding along here. Just make sure you gas up, because I only found one gas station. But no, it's a beautiful road along that area. Anywhere east of Burwell is kind of you know, you're on Highway 3, but it's nowhere near the water. It's not quite as nice, and not this nice curvy little road that goes along the water like this. Alright, well, I don't know where all the bikes parked. Probably on the main drag one, Friday the 13th. But I'm just kind of looking around. I don't know if she wants an ice cream. Probably not. Walk out on the pier, get some cool air. Oh, let's do that. Okay, let's park here. I don't know where all the bikes park on Friday the 13th when they come. Probably maybe along that road up there. But when they come, it's like thousands come, eh? I almost didn't want to come on Friday the 13th. Hey, we'll just take a short break here because it's the last port.
I needed a break. My head was hurting really bad.
Yeah. Well, that was it. We're just leaving Port Dover now. I didn't get a lot of footage, sorry. All the camera stuff was locked down under the jackets and bungeed down and everything, and we just stopped down at the beach there. I got to see a few little hot girls walking around. That was fun for me. My daughter got to see some hot guys, I guess. And we just had a nice cold smoothie at the smoothie bar. Went out and saw the lighthouse. It seems to be the sun is getting down a bit, so it's getting a little bit cooler out, which is nice. And but it's after 6 o'clock now, and we've just been going hard all day with this exploring and stuff. So the heat's just been battering us all day. So I think we've had enough for today, and we're gonna head back. So I've just set the GPS, goes straight to Simcoe. I don't care if you take me on the highway or not. And that's what the GPS is good for. Get me there quick. So it's taking me through all these side streets right now. Hopefully it works. But we're gonna go to Simcoe, and we are gonna settle in for the night. We are good on food. So we're good to go. Okay, so it might be a little dark in here. I haven't got all the lights on. But we're checked into our room at Comfort Inn in Simcoe. Not much to see here, and let's just say I'm not happy with this place, but this video series isn't about hotel reviews. All I'll say is when you, as a biker, when you reserve a hotel room, they ask for a special request. I put in a special request, can you give me a ground floor room so that I can get to my bike? And they got back to me and they said, sure, no problem. We've confirmed that you get a ground floor room. And then I get here and they stuck me on the second floor, way down the end of the hall, as far as you can possibly get from where I'm parked. So it's almost like they did it out of spite, just for asking, I don't know. And there's other problems, like the room stinks of cigarettes. The fridge wasn't on. I have to start it up. Oh, we're trying to save energy. No, you're being cheap on your utilities. So it's probably going to take me 2 hours to get that fridge cold to put my stuff in. The AC wasn't on at all. So it's like 110 degrees in this room. So I got to wait for that to kick in. And the list goes on. And they would not change my room. They would not give me another room. They would not do anything. They just kind of shrugged their shoulders and said, sorry. So I would honestly say I do not recommend the Comfort Inn in Simcoe. I don't speak for all Comfort Inns because I've been at other Comfort Inns when I've gone up north and that, and they've been wonderful hotels. They've been absolutely wonderful rooms. That's why I booked this one. I thought I was going to get better. So it's disappointing. But anyway, I'm going to sit down and write my crappy review on TripAdvisor for them. But it's only one night, so we'll stick it out. And then tomorrow, we're going to hit the Niagara region. We're going to try and get through all that. Today was awesome, visiting as many ports as we could, stopping at as many places as we could, and I'll tell you, I didn't even cover half of where I could have stopped and the places I could have looked. Like, there just was not enough time, and it finally got to the point where we just had to keep moving. I couldn't film everything. I couldn't do everything. I could easily do this trip again and stop at just as many places that I missed. So that'll give you an idea. The heat was brutal. It was a killer. We're both just completely wiped. But at least it wasn't pouring rain and freezing cold like it usually is on my bike trips. So this is just an extreme in the other direction. And I guess I should be thankful because anywhere around the London area and that is very prone to thunderstorms this time of year. So we could have been driving through a lot worse, I'm sure. But we got through it. So we're gonna lay down. We're gonna get cool, get this AC running. Have a cool drink, and heat up some beef patties we bought at Port Dover, and we're just going to chill for the night. Try to chill for the night, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay, so we are headed back into Port Dover just to kind of start our journey there. And I don't know if you could see with the GoPro or not. Probably not. It's pretty far away, like, because the front field is so huge. But that is a massive, massive house. Probably the largest house I've ever seen in my life. And it's just outside of Port Dover. Probably owned by winery owners or something like that. Talk about living in excess though. Alright, we just stopped at Port Dover. Before we head out, I checked my map. My GPS is not cooperating again, so we have to go old school again. So we're heading out, and we're going to try and find, if not Port Mainland, then Dunnville, which is right by it. It's a bigger town right by it. And then we had a little
tea and a little bite to eat. So we're heading out.